Folks, in my 20 years in the league, I've never seen anything like this. What I'm about to tell you isn't just another rumor or some insider chatter. It's an earth-shattering, paradigm-shifting bombshell that could redefine the entire landscape of the NFL in 2026. Trust me, what's happening behind closed doors right now borders on the surreal. There's a secret so powerful, so meticulously orchestrated, that it threatens to shake the very foundation of the NFC East and send shockwaves through the league. And I guarantee you haven't heard a thing about this yet because the real moves are happening in the shadows, away from the public eye. But that's about to change. Stay tuned because what I'm about to reveal could be the most explosive story you'll hear all year. And it's unfolding right now, as we speak, in a way that no one else dares to imagine. But before we dive into the darkest, most covert details, I need you, yes, you, to do your part. Hit that subscribe button hard, smash the like, and activate the bell because what I'm about to present is information so game-changing that only those inside the inner circle will truly grasp its magnitude. If you're serious about understanding the future of the Giants, and perhaps the entire NFL, then you're about to want to stay locked in because what I'm about to unveil will blow your mind. Only the most dedicated fans, the true insiders, will stay until the very end. If you're ready, if you're hungry for the truth, then let's get into it. Now listen closely. Behind the scenes, amidst the chaos of the Giants' recent upheavals, one name has emerged in whispers, rumors, and secret meetings that could change everything: Khalil Mack. That's right, Khalil Mack, the legendary edge rusher whose name has been floating around the NFL's elite circles for over a decade. But this isn't just about adding another pass rusher. This is about a carefully crafted strategic maneuver that could elevate the Giants from a rebuilding team to a true NFC powerhouse in mere weeks. And the best part, everything is aligning perfectly: contracts, market interest, coaching fits, and most unexpectedly, a master plan that's been in motion for months. Let me take you behind closed doors, into the heart of the NFL's most secretive discussions. Right now, the Giants' new head coach, John Harbaugh, is orchestrating a complete culture shift. After the disaster 4-13 campaign that saw the team slip into a do-or-die rebuild, the front office knew they had to make a bold statement. Harbaugh, fresh from his legendary tenure in Baltimore, has made it clear he wants a culture of winning, a relentless mentality anchored by dominant defense and aggressive, high-impact players. And guess what? That's exactly where Khalil Mack comes into view. It's not just about stats, it's about leadership, presence, and a legacy that screams champion. Now, I've been digging deep into the tape, analyzing every game, every snap, and what I've seen is nothing short of extraordinary. Mack at 34 isn't the player he was at 28 or 29, but his impact remains just as fierce, if not more strategic. This guy's motor burst off the snap, and relentless pursuit of the quarterback is still top tier. In 2025, limited by injuries and a heavy age curve, he still posted 5.5 sacks, 11 QB hits, and a PFF overall grade of nearly 80, impressive for a player who was battling through elbow issues. His run defense, still stout at 77.2, and his ability to rush the passer from multiple angles remains elite. Not to mention his leadership qualities, they're off the charts. Players like Mack don't just produce. They inspire entire locker rooms, transform defenses, and redefine what's possible on the field. Sources close to the league leak that the Giants view him as a difference maker that can instantly elevate their pass rush and serve as a mentor for the young core of Abdul Carter and Kayvon Thibodeaux. The analytics don't lie. Mack's 113 career sacks rank 29th all-time, and among active players, only a handful can match his disruption and consistency over a decade. His advanced metrics, 84, 9 PFF pass rush grade, 77.2 run defense, are still in the top tier even in the twilight of his career. Now let's peel back the curtain further. The whispers say that the Giants are already working behind the scenes on a trade that would make Khalil Mack their own. How could this work? What would it take? Well, here's the inside scoop. The Giants are prepared to part with multiple assets, possibly a first-round pick in this year's draft, some promising young talent, maybe even a veteran or two, to secure Mack's services. Negotiations have been ongoing quietly, with Mack's camp strongly hinting he wants a fresh start, ideally on a team with Super Bowl aspirations. The Giants, desperate for a culture reset and defensive dominance, see him as the missing piece to unlock their potential. Cap space? Not an issue. The Chargers' $18 million-year deal expired at the end of 2025, and Mac has expressed a willingness to take a team-friendly deal if it means winning. The Giants, flush with young talent and future draft picks, are ready to make the financial gymnastics work, throw in incentives, bonuses, and pay cuts if necessary. And here's the kicker. League insiders are whispering that this isn't just about the present, it's about the future. Mac's veteran leadership could accelerate the development of the Giants' young defense, turning them into a feared unit by mid-2026. But what about the scheme fit? Harbaugh's aggressive, blitz-heavy defense aligns perfectly with Mac's skill set. He's not just a pass rusher. He's a chess piece that can drop into coverage, set the edge, and command double teams. His versatility is why teams like the Ravens or Seahawks would love to add him. Yet the Giants, with their new coaching staff, are uniquely positioned to maximize his talents. Imagine Mac lining up next to Dexter Lawrence and Brian Burns, causing chaos on every snap. Opposing quarterbacks would be on notice. The Giants are about to unleash a relentless, sack-happy blitzkrieg that no one can stop. And let me tell you, folks, the ripple effects are staggering. A Mac trade would send shockwaves through the league. Rivals in the NFC East would be trembling. The Cowboys and Eagles are already sweating bullets, knowing that if Khalil Mack joins the Giants, their offensive line matchups become nightmare scenarios. Defensive coordinators across the league are salivating, realizing that the Giants would suddenly become a must-watch team on defense, with a game wrecker capable of changing the course of any game. The media, already buzzing, national outlets are calling this a possible seismic shift in the NFC race. Now, let's talk mechanics. How does this trade happen? The Giants could package a first-round pick, perhaps a second or third-rounder, and maybe some mid-tier veterans or promising prospects. The Chargers, rebuilding a defense that's been decent but not great, might be tempted by the promise of cap relief, young talent, and a shot at contending in a crowded AFC West. But here's the catch. The Chargers are leaning toward a potential rebuild, especially with high draft capital in hand. Mac, meanwhile, is eyeing a contender. He's never won a playoff game, and he's openly voiced his frustration over that fact. If the Giants expedite this process, leverage their recent draft successes, and present an enticing package, the trade could happen as early as the Super Bowl week. Perfect timing to build momentum for the 2026 season. And what about the winners and losers? The Giants become instant NFC contenders. Their pass rush transforms from decent to deadly. The defense, which struggled last year, suddenly becomes a KO machine. The young core, Carter, Thibodeaux, Banks, gets a veteran mentor and an elite game wrecker to learn from. The Chargers. They gain draft capital and cap flexibility, but lose a cornerstone player who still has years left of peak performance. The league's eyes will be on the AFC West, where a team with Mac could dominate from week one. As for the Cowboys and Eagles, they better prepare for a new reality, one where the Giants not only get better but become a serious threat. Now, let's project the entire picture. The scheme fit couldn't be more perfect. Harbaugh's aggressive defense, his love for versatile edge rushers, and Mac's relentless pursuit of quarterbacks. Plus, the veteran leadership he provides aligns seamlessly with the Giants' core rebuild. In this scenario, Mac becomes a cornerstone presence, boosting the entire defense and energizing the locker room. His presence could also unlock the potential of the younger players. Imagine him coaching up Abdul Carter, pushing Thibodeaux to the next level, and inspiring everyone with his relentless work ethic. Looking ahead, I see this move as a game changer. The Giants, who are still rebuilding from the ground up, will suddenly be viewed as a legit NFC powerhouse, not just a dark horse, but a team with a championship pedigree. The NFL's narrative will shift. Fans will flock to MetLife Stadium, eager to see Mac terrorize quarterback after quarterback. The social media buzz? Insane. Every highlight, every sack will be dissected and amplified. The league will be in awe that a player of Mac's caliber, still in his prime, could be available at this stage of his career. And the Giants will look like the smartest team in the league for pulling it off. But it's not just about immediate impact. This is about legacy, about cementing a franchise's place in NFL history. Khalil Mack, now a Giants legend, could be the guy to finally break the curse of playoff droughts and bring that coveted Lombardi trophy back to East Rutherford. Imagine the scene. Mac lifting the trophy, celebrating with a franchise that finally achieved greatness after decades of struggle. That's the vision, and it's not just a pipe dream. It's a legitimate possibility if this move goes down. So what should you keep your eyes on? Watch the Chargers' decision makers, the Giants' front office, and Mac's camp. Because if there's one thing I know for sure, it's that the dominoes are already falling. The clock is ticking, and this story is building toward a climax that could rewrite NFL history. Are you ready for the revolution? Because it's coming fast, furious, and right in your face. And I promise when it hits, you'll want to say you saw it coming. And remember, the best stories aren't just told, they're made. And this story, it's only just beginning.